Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Erhan Aslan, the admissions tutor for the English Language and Linguistics program.
And I'm Jane Setter, Professor of Phonetics.
So today here we're going to help you with your personal statements. We're going to specifically talk about what kinds of interests you have about English language and how you can demonstrate those interests in your personal statements.
Absolutely. More to the point, that's what we want you to do. We want you to demonstrate what it is you find fascinating about the English language. And this could be anything at all that you've noticed. It could be something about how your younger siblings use language, for example, or how they're developing it. It could be something about how language is used in the media. It could be something about how people criticise each other's accents really unfairly, like on Love Island recently, for example.
If you use social media, you might wonder how people communicate these days using emojis, GIFs, memes. So how do these things affect our communication and many other things that we do on social media platforms?
Now, what you really need to make sure you do in your personal statement is give us examples of these things. So we want to know what you're interested in and give us a really good example of that kind of thing. So you could talk about something that came up in social media on a Twitter feed, for example. You could talk about that kind of thing. You could tell us what you've been doing in your extended projects. And you had a nice example of that, didn't you?
Yes. So if you did an extended project qualification with respect to, something that you did in sociolinguistics, how people use language in social situations. So do mention that in your personal statement so we know that you're serious, you really want to engage in more in that area. So do mention these things explicitly for us to show your interest.
And it's very, very important that you take time to check your personal statement and get help with it. Ask your mum and dad to have a look at it for you. Ask your teachers to have a look at it for you. There's probably someone at your school who's supposed to help you with these things. So make sure they get time to read through it and that you have time to read through it. Remember, this is an English language degree. We want to see good English language skills in these personal statements.
Spelling, punctuation, the writing, everything has to be, clear and understandable. So do please spare some time to check everything that you write. And finally, the deadline, the UCAS deadline is the 15th of January 2019. So please be cautious of this deadline. And if you have any questions, do feel free to email us.